Hey, Bill Jr. with JR Motors over here. Hey, I'm going to be your walkthrough today on your Puma. I just want to go over some basic stuff with you around it. So right down here is going to be your valve to dump the black and gray tank. What you're going to want to do is what I always tell everyone to do is pull your blacks first and then use the gray water to rinse out the rest of the tank inside. You have your little cap. So when you're going down the road, make sure that you do have a cap, because that is a big ticket that they give you for that, not having that. Right over here, just next to it, is going to be your low point drains. So really the only time you're really going to use those are when you're going to be in cold area where it's going to be below freezing. You're going to want to pull both caps, drain all the water outside, so that way you don't wake up the next morning with all the lines frozen and busted.
Okay.
Moving over here is going to be your outside shower. Just above that's going to be your city water. So that way when you're in a park, you're at home, you can have constant water without having to use the water pump. Right next to it's going to be the back of the refrigerator. Never really any reason to be inside of it, other than, you know, maintenance. Just below that's going to be your 30 amp. You have a cord. This one's ours, but you have a cord inside for it. Right here is going to be the furnace of it. So when you do get somewhere, let's say you're inside storage unit or whatever, you want to make sure that this area is clear, because it does get hot, things will melt. Moving on, right next to it's going to be the fresh water tank. So you'll pop the cap off, fill it until water starts coming out of the drain, out of the little air filter pocket. That way you know you're full. Also inside you have a gauge that tells you how full you are. Right here is going to be your hot water heater. You're just going to twist and pull out. Plain and simple. If you are going to winterize the coach, like going where the snow's at, you're going to want to first pop this valve right here, drain all the pressure, make sure everything's out, and then go ahead and take your anoid out. If you do it the opposite way, the anoid will actually come back and fire back at you. So that's always a good thing to know. Okay. Walking around, you got your satellite and cable hookups for outside if you're at a park and they offer the hookups for that. You got your back door. Go ahead and turn up, twist, like that. Same width on the other side. And then you're just going to drop it down. When you are loading up the toys, pop that piece just like that, and then you'll be good to go. Right underneath the door is going to be the jack to lower your spare tire that's underneath. So there is a tool for that inside of the compartment. Okay, right over here inside of this is your fuel tank, or your, to fill your toys. And then right here is to turn it on and off. This is where you'll fill it. I believe it's a 30-gallon capacity. I want to say, yep, 30 gallons that you can carry with you. You got your outside speakers, and then your awning. And then we move into here. This is that tool that I was talking to you about to lower your spare tire, and also your stabilizers. So these are not actual levelers, all they are stabilizers. So it's just going to make sure that when you're walking around inside the coach, you're not rocking back and forth. Over here to the front, you got your two propane tanks, your jack, and then inside here you got your two batteries. Okay. That's it with the outside.
Cool. Bill, we're moving to the inside of the unit now.
Okay, so when you walk in, first thing you're going to see is your stereo, your awning switch to go in and out. I'll go ahead and put it out just a little bit. It's a little windy out here, so I just want to show you that it does work.
Perfect.
You got the stereo that also works the speakers inside and out, and also acts as a DVD player for the TV.
Great.
Right here is where you'd connect it. Okay. On this side of the wall, you got your fuel pump to turn it on. So you have it on switch in here and also outside. Awning lights, and then your lights inside. Okay. You got your table that folds out. Goes right here in the middle between. Let's say you're not using this as a table, and you've got people that you have with you. You're gonna bring this around. Same with this one. And you're gonna meet them in the middle together, and then go down. And now you have another bed. Okay. And let's say you're gonna have your toys with you. You're gonna go and raise the bed to go up and down.
So you can adjust this to any height you want, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you can have kind of a bunk style here, Bill.
Yeah.
Bed underneath and then bed on top.
Yep.
And then obviously put it all the way up for storing, and then that way you can get your toys in.
Yeah. And then these do fold up into the wall, just like that, and then these legs go down.
So when it's all laid out flat, Bill, that's when you can fold it up flat against the wall so it takes up the least amount of space. Bring your toys in, and then there's straps here that Junior is strapping. It's just a nice little clip there, and that'll hold that in place.
Just like that.
Perfect.
Same thing on the other side.
You got it.
Perfect. Awesome. We're going to move into the kitchen over here. Right here is your tank level sensors. You got your battery, your fresh, your gray, and your black. Everything is dumped. The problem is with sensors is they get one little piece of food or toilet paper or whatever on the sensor, and it will always read what that's at.
Okay.
You have your water pump, and then you have your hot water heater.
Got it.
Okay. Right down here in the kitchen still is your carbon monoxide detector. If that goes off, what you want to do is you want to get up, make sure everyone's out of the coach at all times, and then turn off your propane. Right here's the stove.
Excellent.
Perfect.
It's got the spark on the left.
Yep.
Very easy to use.
And then a microwave right up at top.
Okay.
Okay. Your refrigerator runs off of 110 and propane. So if you leave it on auto, and let's say you're at a park, they lose power in the middle of the night, if it's on auto, it'll automatically transfer over to gas. But if you're going down the road, and let's say you're going 2-3 hours away, you got your refrigerator already cool, you just go ahead and push the button out, and it'll turn on gas. So that way when you get to your destination, your food's not going to be warm.
Perfect.
And then you have your on-off switch. Okay. Right below the refrigerator is going to be your breakers, your 12 volt and your 110. Everything is labeled, so it's a little bit easier to figure out which one went out.
Perfect.
Okay. On the back wall right here is going to be the air conditioner and heating. All you do is just switch it to either one, high and low, for the fan.
Perfect.
And then your fire alarm. Okay. Moving into the bathroom, pretty standard. In here, you've got your vent that'll go up, and then also a fan.
Perfect.
Okay. You got your lights. Weirdly enough, how they wired this is the bedroom lights are in here.
Okay.
So. And then in here is pretty standard as well. You've got some storage underneath here, also where your 30 amp cord is.
Okay.
And then you have the remotes for the stereo and then for your TV as well.
Perfect.
Just above here is going to be your antenna, so you can look for local channels when you scan when you get to a park.
Cool.
Okay. Plenty of storage in each compartment on each side. And then you do have a manual light to turn on over here.
Perfect. Okay. So that's great. So if you turn off the lights because it's wired to the bathroom,
correct,
you can still have
light in here.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And obviously you've got your air.
Yep. Perfect.
That is pretty much it.
Awesome.
Thank you, Junior.
Thanks for being my walkthrough.
Yep, you got it. And Bill, I'll send this over to you. And if you have any questions, my number is 928-444-6742. Talk to you soon, Bill.